What's going on, guys? Today I got my dream bass fishing setup, and I'm not gonna lie, I already been fishing with it quite a bit, but I got my dream rod and reel. I'm gonna be showing it off once we get to the spot. It's been pretty hot here. It's been like 90 degrees all week, so the bass ain't really been active, but it's early morning right now and it's pretty cool out. Probably only like 60 degrees maybe if I had to guess, but I think today's gonna be a good day for some bass fishing. I got all the lures that I love and think I'm gonna need. So yeah, let's get into some good bass fishing today.
And I like my money like my women hard to get in abundance. Secondly, I wanna hear, yes chef, when I'm cracking an onion.
So this is the combo here. It is the St. Croix Bass X as the rod. I believe it's 6'8", medium, moderate, fast, or fast action, something like that. The Shimano Stradic is the reel, and I threw the little Gomexus power knob on there. I really like it. It's been pretty good so far. The only problem right now is I barely have any line on, so I can't change lures all that much. Gonna be starting out with a black and blue tube jig, Texas rigged onto a circle hook. And if we get a couple bass hitting that, I'm probably gonna switch over to some topwater frogs, things like that, once they start waking up. And we're gonna be hitting a couple different spots today. So I got a bass, but I also got, well, I don't have a bass anymore, but it was wrapped around someone else's line. Now we have a bass. It's a little guy, but it's still a bass. Not sure if y'all could see, but there is turtle out there, a snapping turtle. So I'm gonna take a quick second to break down my bass setup. So over here, we got a black, a white, and a green scum frog. We've got a silver, a black, and a shad pattern Whopper plopper. Over here, we've got a little, I guess, shad? I don't really know. Swim bait, a gold swim bait, and a white swim bait. And usually I keep a little bluegill or a baby bass, like green swim bait, in here, but I just gave that one away, so it's not in there now. Up here, we got a ton of different color jigs, chatterbaits. Here we got some shad pattern lipless crankbaits, Croix pattern lipless crankbaits, some shad pattern crankbaits, Croix pattern crankbaits, some shad crankbaits, some different colored jerkbaits in here, some smaller jerkbaits, two-piece jerkbaits. Usually I'll keep jig heads in there and then stuff for Texas rigging up there, or bass hooks, you know, whatever I want to use for the day up there. Most of the time that I'm fishing, I only bring about 10% of my stuff in one tackle box, so that way if I lose it, I'm not losing everything. So as y'all can kind of see back there, I'm coming out at the end of the flow of this stream, and since this water is so clear, I'm going with this shad pattern Whopper plopper. Since it has the white belly, I think that'll be good for this visibility, and hopefully you guys will get to see a nice blow up here. I think the all-white frog will get the job done here today. There's another turtle. I've been seeing a lot of turtles recently, and that's not good for the bass population. So here soon, I just might have to come out and go fishing for some turtles and take care of that problem. I don't know who was eating sheets out here. When I catch you, I'm gonna smack you. Damn, he wants that bluegill. What about the frog, buddy? Come get the frog on the log, Mr. Bass. Come get it. I know you want it. Come get it. Oh, whatever, you big wimp. But since he wants to try and bully that sunfish, I might as well serve up some sunfish. I'm calling my shot here. You can't see him because he just went. Oh, yeah, you can see him right there. Corner pocket. Catching his ass right here. Oh! Alright, so I think somebody has been in this spot fishing with a jig recently because the bass are acting scared of it. I've gotten like 4 bites, and every single time, as soon as they bite it, they spit it out, or every single time I see a fish and I throw it near them, as soon as I drag it past them, they take off running away. So I think somebody's been in here fishing with a jig. So I appreciate you for making me have to get better, but I got something in store that I know nobody else is throwing in here. But let me introduce y'all to the greatest swim bait of all time. This right here is the Buccas bull shad in pearl bone. While I wasn't recording, I threw a crankbait and a jerkbait. Still nothing. Oh, and a black Whopper plopper. Alright, so we're going back to this jig head with a tube jig. Wish y'all could have seen how I just set that hook. I ripped his ass. Alright, finally we're on a decent bass. That was probably the hardest hook set I've given any fish ever in my life. I'm sorry to this guy, but I had to secure a decent bass today. I couldn't end with just a couple dinks and fish getting lost and shit all day. Get out there, away from the logs. And I know y'all might think that's a little rude to throw him out there, but if I would have let him go right here, his ass would have just swam into these logs and been upside down. Y'all know how it goes. His ass would have got tangled up in these, and I'm not walking out in this sink mud to pull him out. He's good though. All right, y'all. I think this right here is my sign that it's time to go. Hey, yo. What the fuck? Yo. What the fuck is wrong with this deer, bro? That motherfucker just jumped this wall. What the fuck? God damn it, man. I wish there was something I could do, but that deer is dead as fuck. He's definitely got a broken leg, bro. Or she. My fault, she. Yo, that deer is done for, bro. Look at that strong ass deer. Broken leg and all, about to walk up that wall. Damn. Alright, y'all, so I don't want to just let this deer die in there, because I'm going to feel bad, but I know it's fucked up right now. And I keep calling the wildlife rescue number, and it's saying it's not a real number. So I'm about to just drive to the vet down the street and see if they know who the fuck I should call. Alright, y'all, so I just leaving the vet. They gave me a phone number to call, but I just want to drive back over there and make sure that the deer is still there so that way it doesn't like leave while I'm on the phone or something, or they show up and it's not there. But yeah, I'm gonna call them and I'll update y'all. All right, so they told me to call the game commission, so I'm gonna do that now. All right, y'all, so might be hard to hear me because there's a train coming past, but I did just call the game warden. They said they're gonna send somebody down. It's gonna be all right, big guy, big girl. Be all right. She really needs to cut that shit out because that's a big ass drop off. If she falls in there, she's cooked. Yo. I don't know if this motherfucker has rabies or what, but she needs to stop trying that shit. She's gonna die, bro. Yeah, quit trying. Just float on back here. Get back over here. Come on. Come back this way. There's all these fucking rocks and shit for you to lay on. She's a strong motherfucking swimmer, though. I'll give her that, because I'd be wading all the way down there and be almost getting swept away by the current. She's not even fazed by this shit right here. Look at her. It's okay. It's okay, girl. You don't gotta be scared. Man, this deer is not giving up. She just keeps fucking running around. I hope she can get up this wall, because if she can get up the wall there, she'll be all right. It's open up there. You're okay. Just stay right there. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I hate to call the game commission over something like this, because they got better shit to deal with. But at the same time, like, you can't just sit here and watch this deer die. She's all cut up and shit. She's shaking like a motherfucker. You just stay there, baby, okay? You doing okay? Just stay right there. Look, man, she's cut the fuck up from going down that wall. Is that a hole in her ear, bro? This deer is not okay, man. Well, guys, you may have just seen the cop car in the background. Basically, there can't be a fairy tale ending to every story. Sometimes Bambi gotta get shot in the head with an AR. And basically, that's what happened here today. Because, I mean, there was no way that they were gonna get the deer up the river wall. I knew that to begin with. Second of all, let me show you. Right there is the wall that it jumped off. It jumped and fell about 20 feet and then landed on that right there. So the only option for that deer was to die, but it was just about whether it was gonna sit there for the next 2 to 3 days and die slowly, or if somebody was gonna come shoot it. I was hoping that it would have been a game warden that showed up, but it was the cops. Well, actually, I was hoping the animal rescue people would have came and shot it with like a tranquilizer or something, you know, and dragged it up the wall with a rope and maybe took it back to care for it, but they just told me to call law enforcement. So I called the game warden, they sent the cops, and yeah, now the deer's dead, but at least it didn't have to suffer for too long. That is a crazy ending to the video. I was literally driving down the street. A deer runs out in front of me, jumps over a river wall, but it jumped over. The first place it jumped over is slanted like this. That was the first place it jumped over, and then it just ran back up. And I guess got scared because there was cars and shit in the street, whatever, and it ran down farther and then jumped a second time. The second time is what did it. So yeah, rest in peace to that deer. I wish I could go down there, cut it and gut it, and get the meat, you know. But sadly, that deer is now going to contribute to the pollution in the Connemara River. I'll catch y'all in the next video. I do think that if it wasn't a cop that showed up and it was the wildlife rescue, that they could have saved the deer. But in the cop's defense, it did look like that deer was reaching for a gun. Now, that's not a funny joke, because there is a dead deer here. Sorry for making a joke. Deer lives matter.